In this video, I'm going to show you how to start your own clothing brand with the Cricut Explorer 2, 3, and 4. I've been using my Cricut for my clothing brand for about 4 years now, and I've made a lot of money, so I have a lot of knowledge wrapped up in this video to give you so you can start making money yourself. This is going to be a full master class. Everything you need will be inside of this video. You will not need any other tutorials. We're going to go over all the supplies, the process, and then I'm going to have extra tips and tricks for you at the end of this video. Everything you need throughout this video is going to be linked down below in the description. And if you have any comments during any of the process, go ahead and leave it in the comment section and I will get back to you. Let's get right into the video. So the first thing you're going to need is an actual Cricut vinyl cutter. So personally, I use the Cricut Explorer Air 2, but this video works for any of the Cricut Explorer Air series, even the Maker ones as well. The newest Cricut out right now in the Explorer family is going to be the 4, and that one is on Amazon for around $200 to $215. The only reason why I still use the 2 is because I just don't really have a reason to upgrade at the moment, but I will probably in the future. If you don't have a vinyl cutter at all and you're starting from scratch, just get the 4. There really isn't much of a price difference between the 2 and the 4, so just get the newest one because it is up to speed. Next, you're going to need a heat press. If you don't have the budget for a heat press, you can use an iron, but it is going to be a lot harder. If you plan on buying a heat press, which I do recommend, on this channel I use a Fancier Studio 16 by 24 with the pull-out drawer. This one comes at about $309 on Amazon. If you're on a budget, there is a 15 by 15 version from the same brand. It's a little bit smaller, doesn't have the pull-out drawer, but it has the same quality build and it's almost half the price. So if you have that extra budget, get that 16 by 24. If you're on a tighter budget, just go ahead and get that 15 by 15. You can go back on my channel. I use the Fancier Studios every single day. I've used it for many years. They do not let me down for the price. You really can't beat it. So that's the one that I'm going to recommend. Next, we're going to need some heat transfer vinyl. You have to be really careful when buying your vinyl because if you buy cheap vinyl, you're going to get cheap results. So make sure if you're purchasing vinyl, go to the link down below. You're going to always guarantee the best quality and your customers are always going to be returning for more. The heat transfer vinyl is what we're going to put into the vinyl cutter so it can cut out our design. We're going to then weed it and then press it. One of my favorite things you can do with the Cricut Explorer family is make rhinestone transfers. So if you do plan on doing that, go ahead and grab a rhinestone starter kit. It's down below in the description as well. This is going to make it easier for you. It's going to have everything in the box to get started, and if you need any files, go ahead and grab those too. They go perfectly with Cricut Design Space. Next thing you need is either a phone, tablet, iPad, or a laptop, desktop, whatever. That way you can actually run Cricut Design Space. That's the software that connects to your vinyl cutter so you can actually send your designs. The software is free. There's no purchase necessary. You don't have to pay for any monthly subscriptions or anything like that. Just get some type of device to actually run the software and you're going to be good. Now there are a few more things that we could probably talk about throughout the video, but this is going to be your main base. These are the things that you have to have in your arsenal to actually pull these projects off. Like I said, Cricut Design Space is free. So let's go inside the software and I'm actually show you a few buttons, show you how to import your designs and send it to your vinyl cutter. If you have any questions up to this point, go ahead and leave it in the comment section or reach out to any of my social media platforms. Okay, so we have Cricut Design Space open. We're going to go over the basics just so you can see the process. But if you check my YouTube channel, you're going to see full master classes that goes really deep into all of these buttons, completely free. Just go check that out. That value is there for you. But like I said, we're going to just go over the basics. So all of this except for this one right here is heat transfer vinyl. So this is heat transfer vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, and heat transfer vinyl. This right here is going to be rhinestone flock because this B is going to be the rhinestoned, and this will be heat transfer vinyl. I just decided to do that just to kind of mix it together. So we'll go over the text and then I'll show you how to get your rhinestone stencils and we'll go from there. So right here you can just hit text, and with this text you can pretty much customize it however you need. All of your fonts are going to be right here. This tab is what Cricut provides. You got to pay for some of them. System, this is where you download fonts. It's super easy. When you go hit to download, it automatically ends up in your Cricut Design Space, but these are where your downloaded ones are going to be. You know, so if you want to edit the text, you're going to just hit right here, edit, and we're going to go through all of these in the master class, so just go ahead and check out my page. We're just going to go over the basics, you know. So right here is the size, positioning. You can arrange it, rotate it, flip it, align it. All of these dope things, you know, you can ungroup them so you can individually edit them. The curve feature is pretty cool. I use this a lot. And then you can do like the offsetting, you know. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You can get really creative with the free stuff here on Design Space, but that's basically the most important thing. You can also upload designs. These are stuff that I have already uploaded. If you want to upload it from a folder on your computer, just hit upload image. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics. So let's go over the rhinestone stencil and how to do that. So if you go over to my website, I'm going to show you how to get downloadable SVG files that you just put into Design Space, and they're perfectly sized for your rhinestone files. You don't have to, you know, worry about sizing anything. You just download the font and upload it into Design Space. Right here we have my website. All the stuff that you're going to need is going to be right here. We're going to go over to SVG files. And there is a ton for you to choose from. There's a couple pages. These are really dope. You just download them, import them into Design Space, and they are good to go. The best deal is to just grab the packs. So you're going to save the most money just grabbing the packs, and a lot of them have basically all of them in there. So yeah, just download them and send them into Design Space. All right, we are back in Cricut Design Space. So now that we have what we're going to download, we're going to go ahead and hit make. And I'm using a 12 by 20 format. So right here, we are going to cut the heat transfer vinyl on one mat. And then on this mat right here, the blue one, this is going to be the rhinestone flock. So it's going to be two different cuts. We're going to load this one separate because it's a different needle pressure. So we're going to focus on this one first right now. What's important about this is we're using heat transfer vinyl, so you're gonna have to mirror it. Remember, you always want to remember to mirror it. Don't ever forget that step because it will ruin your whole design. You know, you want to make sure it's mirrored, so when you weed it out and then press it, it's, you know, the right side up, right? So if you have any questions up to this point, you know, leave them in the comment section. I am going to be using Bluetooth, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my Bluetooth on to connect this, but you can also connect your USB. One thing I will say is the USB is a little bit more reliable than the connection, Bluetooth connection, because that can potentially fail. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and continue, and I will see you at the vinyl cutter. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and load our vinyl into the Cricut Explorer vinyl cutter, and we're going to go ahead and make sure we have the correct needle pressure. I went ahead and I used Iron On Plus. Make sure you have a nice fresh needle. If it's dull, you need to replace it. When the vinyl cutter is done, you're going to want to go ahead and peel it. Personally, I use tweezers, but there's a lot of different tools you can use, so go ahead and experiment and find out what works for you. Make sure you're careful during this process because it can be tedious, but if you mess it up, you're going to lose all that time. So just take it easy, take a breather, and you got this. Now that we're done weeding all of the vinyl, this is what it's going to look like. I'm really excited with the results. Now let's go ahead and load up the vinyl cutter with our rhinestone flock. Remember that the rhinestone flock is going to be a lot thicker, so when you apply this to your vinyl cutter, go ahead and increase the needle pressure. You can go all the way up to cardstock plus, just depending on exactly how dull or sharp your needle is. So make sure you do some test cuts on your rhinestone flock before you do any large projects, because everybody's needle is at a different level. You can usually be at cardstock plus as long as I have a nice and fresh needle. So keep that in mind and do your own test cuts. When you remove the rhinestone flock from the vinyl cutter, you're going to end up with this. It's going to have all of the holes perfectly sized for your rhinestones. All you got to do is just go ahead and apply your hot fixed rhinestones and then use your brush tool to brush them in. Most of them are going to fall into place. You might have a few that don't. If they don't, just grab your tweezers transfers and put them into place. After that, just go ahead and grab your transfer tape and you're good to go. From here, you can save the transfer or you can apply it right away. Now let's go over to the actual heat press so we can apply the heat transfer vinyl and our rhinestone transfer. Alright, so for heat transfer vinyl, you typically want to be at 300 degrees to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. And for your rhinestone transfer, you want to be anywhere between 320 degrees and 350 degrees. So because this garment has both of those application processes, I went ahead and I did 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's really important that we pre-press our garment for a few seconds. That way it takes any moisture out of the shirt. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and apply the heat transfer vinyl first. The reason why I'm doing that is so that way it gets the extra special attention it needs, because I fear that if I add the rhinestones first, there might be a gap and it won't get the heat that it needs. So keep that in mind. From here, we're going to go ahead and press for 15 to 20 seconds. Make sure you have medium to heavy pressures so that way the heat gets evenly distributed throughout the whole garment. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing for our rhinestone transfer. If we were going to do the rhinestone transfer by itself, you can do it 335 degrees, but in this project I did go ahead and do 320 degrees, and we did that just because we had heat transfer vinyl in the actual garment. Now you can go ahead and peel the rhinestone transfer while it's hot. If you want, you can go ahead and press all of this one more time. As long as you're using high quality heat transfer vinyl, you'll never have a problem with your vinyl burning. But if it's cheap vinyl, I can't help you there. So this is what the final product looks like. I'm really excited, especially because we made this from home. The quality is amazing. The heat transfer vinyl is embedded inside of the shirt, so it's not going to peel off. The rhinestone give it that extra touch, and the fact that we did it all from the bedroom is insane. I'm excited with how this came out. There's so many different projects you can pull off with your Cricut vinyl cutter, which is why in this video I did want to elevate the branding a little bit more. So what I did was I went ahead and I cut more heat transfer vinyl, and then I went ahead and I pressed it on a custom box and then a custom shopping bag. That way it just really elevates the whole branding and everything, because it's cool that we did it with our Cricut vinyl cutter. Everything is done at home. The vinyl adhered to the box and the custom shopping bag perfectly, and I'm really excited with how it came out. I know for sure it's going to add the value and the whole user experience when my customer gets their product. I also used the pen feature, and I went ahead and I made some thank you cards, and then I also made some custom wrapping paper that will go inside of the box. These are just different things that you can do to go ahead and take your brand to the next level using just your vinyl cutter. In Cricut Design Space, it's super easy to use the pen tool. Just go ahead and click basic cut and switch it to the pen, and you're going to be good to go. And you know, there's many different things you can do. You can even make hang tags, all that good stuff. But I like the fact that you can just pretty much choose any font and have the pen put it on cardstock or whatever, because the cardstock that we used in this video is 110-pound cardstock, so it is a lot thicker, and the thank you card is just going to be, you know, something else for them to open with the box. And like I said, we did it all with our Cricut vinyl cutter. I'm working on a really dope video helping you actually get the basics down of marketing, so that way you can actually create content that will actually sell your gear. But for this video, I'm going to give you some gems to get started so you have the right mindset. When you are actually making these commercials, you want to put your clothes in the environments that you imagine your customer being in while they wear your clothes. So if you see, you know, people going to the skate park with their clothes, shoot commercials at the skate park. If you see people, you know, maybe you are like you have a brand that's full of, like, you know, screamo bands, and you're in that mosh, you know, community, make videos and commercials that are in those actual environments, right? So just make sure you're thinking about where you see people wear your clothes and make commercials around that, and just do your best to replicate the feeling that somebody would get in real life when they pull up to these events or whatever it is that you're recreating, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind and stop choosing just random alleyways and blank backgrounds, because that's kind of dead. You got to have some type of, like, you know, customization to your, you know, plan and how you're trying to end up on your, you know, customers' feed, you know. So just think about those things. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're the reason why I continue to upload. We're almost at 100K. I think I got like the last quarter to go. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, you know, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Go ahead and comment any questions that you have. Check out the links in my description. Check out some heat transfer vinyl, the rhinestone supplies, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? If there's a specific video that you need me to make, leave it in the comment section. Feel free to hit me up on my social media platforms, all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, and I will see you next tutorial.